Welcome back. So Team Psycho has obviously lost their freaking mind. So anyone that's part of the TI, targeted individual contracts, they have literally lost their freaking minds. They've already were going south pretty fast, but they are really like gone. They are almost like, they're pretty much like robots right now. They're coming in, they break into your energy field through a technology that's attached to your ear. It's a military technology. None of these technologies were ever approved, okay? They were never approved on U.S. soil. The lobbyists the other day were sentenced to death, okay, because they didn't pass any laws to protect our country from this AI, from these technologies. I'm hearing they got a lot of kickbacks. This is connected to Matt Gaetz. It's connected to his wife's brother, okay, his brother-in-law, the Facebook technologies. Those are a neuro headset. It's a gaming technology, okay? This is connected to Facebook Meta. It's the same stuff. They are pretending like these are real headsets that you can physically touch. They might be on real headsets. For all I know, they could be on skins, leather skins that they have over their heads or something like that. But the way their technologies hook up to their victims is invisible. It's part of the Air Force technologies. It's part of the F-35I invisible jets that Donald Trump was pushing the U.S. military to pump out through Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin is no longer recognized by our country as of yesterday. Those are the commands coming in for Lockheed Martin. They're the ones that do the fighter jets. But from what I gather on the inside, there are Russians, there are people on the inside of these weapons contractors that are enemies, okay? They infiltrated our weapons contractors. Donald Trump, what he did to our country was so dark and so ugly and so cowardly because he didn't openly come out and declare war on us. He did it in a way where he infiltrated us from the inside out, and he did it through our contractors, through the privatization of our contractors. He did it without anyone knowing. He did it in the most vindictive, evil way that you could possibly do to your own fucking country. And then he called himself a patriot and had hats that said, "Make America Great Again." This is a rapist. This is a sociopath. This is a trafficker. This is a person that is okay with kill operations on children, torturing them to death. This is a person that is so satanic and so dark that if the country really knew, or the world really knew who he was, he would already be dead. He would already be dead. There would be crowds basically pummeling him to the ground. People who really believed he was a true patriot, if they knew what he did to the military, if they knew what he did to our country and the world, he would be dead. And he knows this. He knows this information, that he has no protections left. The only way he is even floating right now is through drug deals, okay? That's literally how he's getting his money, is through cocaine drug deals. And the cocaine drug deals are coming in through Elon. A lot of people don't have intel on Elon, and they don't have an intel on Donald Trump. It is by design. The top military generals, U.S. military generals, are all part of the deep state, okay? They are lock and key, okay? They are all part of the same freaking cult, okay? One of the cults is Opus Dei, and they engage actively in KKK rituals, okay? They are part of the underground Boy Scouts of America. Rex Tillerson, he was, I believe, Trump's first appointed CIA director. I have to double check on that, if it was Rex or Mike Pompous ass. I'm not really sure which one it was. But he is Boy Scouts of America. There are so many freaking claims against the Boy Scouts of sexual assaults, okay? So many that have come forward. Boy Scouts of America is like the lead, I want to say, like pedophile train, okay? The other thing is the churches, all right? They infiltrated the churches, obviously. Anyone who are in these satanic churches or satanic cults, excuse me, are going to go after the most holy and sacred. That's why they chose me. That is hands down why they went after me, is because of my faith in God, because of my connection to the divine. That is one of the main factors in why they biohacked me. I'm not even freaking kidding. They looked at me like I was a science project that they had to figure out. Like, they really wanted to know who I was and how I was operating and how I was staying protected. They really, really did. These people are the darkest dark that I came up against, okay? I have been around the darkest dark for a really, really long time now. My normal is serial killers. Like, that's my norm in this headset. The norm for me is a whisper in my ear, I'm going to pick you up, I have a gun in my car, and I have to kill you. That's my norm. That is a normal, everyday saying for Amy, okay? It's different people coming in. It is people constantly around the clock basically saying satanic shit to me that I have to die. I have iBot systems connected to Scientology and Terminator, okay? Directly connected to Schwarzenegger, right? Yeah. It's like somebody's in your own eyes operating you. So they'll red flag a number and it's going into a computer system that's going out to, you don't even know who it's going out to. Okay. They're giving out your address. They're giving out your locations through the system. They're giving messages. They will see a sign that says like dead end. They'll highlight dead and look at me like it's like you're dead. Like you're dead. You just went on a hit list. Like, it is like, oh, you went on a hit list again, Amy. Oh my God, you're such a fuck up. And it's like all inside jobs, like all feds. It is all cops. It is literally like Dumpy Dump and Putina's deep state. It's Crazy Kimmy's deep state. And they have created a network of psychopaths. All right. I had a person, I met up with a person through this headset, and I freaking kind of had an idea of who they were. They're like, within a day, they see me and they're like, you better watch out, stay away from the cartels. They're all here looking for a girl like you to, that's what they're saying to me. You know what? It's like the story of my life, dude. Like, there's nothing new. There's nothing new there. There was nothing new with that information. Nothing new there. Every day is the same day of hell for me and for all of these targeted individuals. They're on Trump's blacklists, okay? They're on his blacklists. And his blacklists are not legal, okay? He's a psychopath. He is a fucking vampire. He has biohacked me. He has biohacked victims to take their destinies and their seats, and vice versa. They will put their crime bosses, they will put their serial killers on our DNA so that when we're in the system for the feds or whatever, we're coming up as the fucking serial killers. That's how disgusting they are. The most disgusting fact about this is Christopher Wray knew about this technology and he did fucking nothing. And he will sit here and pretend he's a fucking patriot, and he will quote himself like, oh, I did all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't. He walked the fucking line, dude. He walked the line. But I watched that line. I watched him like a fucking hawk. I know how fucking evil that fucker is. I know Christopher Wray, okay? I know that fucker. I have put the kibosh on so many of his fucking cover-ups, so many of his fucking, oh, we're gonna do this now. I've come in and fucking just shut that fucking shit down. I tear it up. I find out who's behind his fucking operations. That's who I am. That's who I fucking am. I mean, they are fucking the Antichrist. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. He was ordered to be killed the other day. And I'm not fucking kidding, in the military portals. These are global military portals, okay? They're part of the hijacked CIA, I guess, communications that were infiltrated by fucking all of his crime rings. He was ordered to be killed. See, I have the devil coming in with his crime rings. He was ordered to be killed. Ordered by somebody who has the power to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the one ordering him to be fucking killed. I'm calling in commands. I'm not the one ordering him, though. But dumb fuck will go and tell all his little crime rings that she's the one that's doing it. Do you know why? He's threatened by me. Little Dumpy Dump is threatened by how much I know about him. He is scared as fuck by who I am and what I've achieved. Do you know why? I actually achieved it. And he stole it. And people know. There are a lot of fucking people that know what he did. And in that same sentence, he will hunt down who they are and kill them because he's a psychopath. He's supposed to be dead. U.S. military was supposed to blow up the White House. The White House with his teams in it. That's how bad the commands are on the back end. And I know I'm getting freaking loud, but anyone who's a victim of him and knows his evil and has seen the children and what he's done to the children, what he has done to humanity, and how sick it is, you would fucking want to slice him in 2 seconds. If you really knew how dark he was, you would be like, I have to protect the world. Like that's the level. That's the mountain I had to go on. I had to fucking protect the world against Zuckerberg. What the fuck? Because Donald Trump got him the science. All of that science was supposed to be put back. You have to have a certain military rank to access those classified docs. You don't get to fucking do photocopies of them and FedEx them out to your little fucking crime friends. And that's what he did. That's what he fucking did. And in that same sentence, they're covering it up. They already covered it up. Do you know why? Because Bill Barf has been trailing my ass. Little Bill Barf. His little right hand, little pet weasel. Dude, they're fucking, if you knew how sick they were and what their plans are for humanity, they would be dead. They would be fucking dead. Neuralink is invisible to the eye. It is invisible. It is an AI implant. It shows up on MRI scans. But your doctors won't show you those scans. You have to actually get a copy of the scans and then set up the software on a dinosaur computer to find it. That's how sick they are. And they'll make you think that you're making it up and you're crazy and hide all of the evidence and defraud you with fake feds, fake cops. Why do I say that? Because they're supposed to be we're supposed to clear out their desks. Already, they're supposed to be gone. State of Florida, they're on the verge of declaring war on the United States of America today. They're ready to go down. They're like to the death, the fucking psychos, because they have 60 million kill contracts on their fucking state's hands that they're in on. 60 million contracts. I would blow them up right now if I could. I would fucking blow them. I would blow up all of Jared Kushner's private equity firms. I would blow them the fuck up. So, yeah, we are in an active war. They are defrauding us through U.S. news and media and by showing up to the Capitol every day, acting as if it is business as usual. Those Democrats were warned months ago, and they're still showing up. It's fucking crazy. Donald Trump expected to deport over 500,000 legal aliens from Nicaragua, from fucking Venezuela, just to create mass chaos like he always does. You know, he's a little psychopath that's already, he's a lab rat for fucking Putina and the fucking Saudis. He's a little fucking AI robot for them. And he doesn't care as long as he gets his coke. He doesn't give a fuck. He gets his fucking sex, his coke, and his golf. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. He is the most selfish person on the fucking planet. They handpicked his ass. Handpicked him. So anyways, I don't know who needed to hear that message today. I apologize for the freaking rant. But shit's fucking ugly on the back end. It's getting worse by the day. The commands are now just kill commands. It has been every man for themselves on U.S. soil. And any cops who have engaged in martial law are supposed to be dead already. They're supposed to be dead. I'm talking killed, shot in the head, and dead. They don't get trials. They're supposed to be dead. They declared war on their own country. These are serious crimes. Cover-up crimes, withholding evidence, obstruction of justice. Like, the crimes are not small. These are massive crimes. It is not business as usual. They took down my TikTok because it was getting out to too many people. They took it down within 60 seconds because of Neuralink. That is the God honest truth. They don't want the truth out because they're scared. They are fucking scared. I will leave you guys there. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sorry for the rant again, and I will talk to you all soon.